Hello there, welcome back to the channel and this brand new Football Manager 2020 season with FC Barcelona. This is going to be an interesting little experiment that we're doing here. If you didn't watch the video I did for my plans, it seems like months ago now, make sure you go and watch that. It should have popped up on the screen, so just have a little look at that. But to briefly recap, I'm going to sell everybody. You can see up at the top here we have the in-game editor. I'm going to use it once and once only, and that is going to be at the start of this game as we are now, to sell all the players that have been at the club since before the summer just gone. So the players that are staying, that's probably the easiest way to do it. The players that are staying are the La Masia players, so obviously the likes of Messi, Busquets, Sergio Roberto, Gerard Piqué, Jordi Alba, players like that, they're all going to stay. And the players that were signed in the summer of 2019, so your Junior Firpo, Antoine Griezmann, they're going to stay. Everybody else is going to go. That is just the first team squad. I'm not going to touch Barca B or the under-19s. They're just as they are. So we're on the club overview page, as you can see. The one thing I want to do as well, which we'll talk about going through, is we're gonna have a look at the finances as well. This is the club vision. So they want to play possession football and attacking football, high reputation player signings and develop players using the club's youth system. Perfect, because I love doing both of those things. The 5-year plan is, it's boilerplate stuff, it's standard. Maintain the club status as the most reputable team in Spain, maintain the best youth system in the world, maintain the club status as the biggest team in the world. Arguable, there's other clubs that would argue with that. Work within the wage budget. I don't think that's ever going to be an issue. And then it is basically, they want us to win everything, every season. So, as you would expect. So this is the financial state of the club at the moment. We haven't touched the squad just yet. So we have just under 71 million in the bank, just a transfer budget of 10 million because, of course, they've done all the business. The wage budget is 5.7 million and change. You'll notice we only get 75% of the transfer revenue available. And what I am going to do is, once I start moving the players on, obviously the bank balance, the transfer budget, the wage budget, they'll all get healthier. So I'm hopefully going to go to the board and ask them for more of the revenue to be retained. Hopefully that is the idea. Let's have a look at the game status, and we can just show you some of the leagues that we've got. So as you can see, in-game editor is allowed. I don't know if I can change that after this. I don't know if I can or not. At the moment, as you can see, it hasn't been used. So these are the leagues that we have loaded. I tried to do them to make it a little bit realistic from a point of view of signings. So obviously Mexico, they speak Spanish. Austria, because that's where a certain wonder kid is at the moment, and I actually want him. I want to sign him. I want him to. I want his league to be a thing at the minute. Belgium, because they do create some great players. Same with Croatia. I mean, you look, Rakitic, Modric, Perisic, Rebic. They've got some cracking players. So it might be a hotbed of young talent going through the seasons. Obviously, England, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands as well, Portugal. We are running La Liga 2 and above. I haven't put the Segunda B in there. I wanted to, and then I thought, no, maybe not. It's already taking a toll on the system. And we've got Argentina and Brazil and Uruguay. Again, a lot of history with those nations, with those players coming over to Spain and to Barcelona. And obviously, Uruguay and Argentina speak a kind of Spanish. Brazil speak Portuguese. So, yeah, those are the leagues we've got running. Right, let's have a look at the squad. So we have got them currently arranged in, I don't know, what have we got them arranged by here? Is it value? No, it's not by value. I don't know how we've got them arranged. Let's have a look at them. I have been, I'll show you the inbox actually, because as you can see, I literally set the game up and not touched the inbox, and all I've done is, I had a quick scout around the squad. I've added quite a lot of players because I have a notebook this time. It's getting serious, people. What I've got in here is is some of the players that I'm going to maybe look to try and sign. potential tactic that we're looking at. But for the last few months, I've been making a shortlist on my phone on Evernote of players that I want to sign. So I've added all those into a shortlist already. So yeah, boring stuff you don't need to know about. It's admin, isn't it? Right. Before we have a look at this, let's have a look at the transfer history, because these are the players they signed. They signed a lot of players, even that I didn't know about. So a lot of them are young players, but obviously the headline ones are Griezmann, De Jong, Neto and Junior Firpo. They're all going to stay. They are all stay. All these players are going to stay, but I think they're the only ones in the first team squad. This kid Pedri, he is he's on loan at Las Palmas at the minute. Look at those stats for a 16-year-old. This kid is going to be exceptional. He really is. There's a lot of hype about him in real life as well. Everybody's really excited about that kid, so I can't wait for him to come through. Right, let's have a look at the squad then. So, these players are all going to go. So, Ter Stegen's going to go, Umtiti, Longley, Semedo, Todibo, Wagway, who I'm really gutted about losing because I was hoping he'd be in the B team at the start of the game. But he isn't. Full transparency, he's in the squad at the start, he goes. Junior Firpo stays. Unfortunately, Rakitic goes, Arturo Vidal goes, who I love, but he has to go. Arda Turan, Felipe Coutinho, Ousmane Dembele, and Luis Suarez. All those players will be going. And what you can see is they're worth a bit of money. They are worth a bit of money. You've got Dembele, Coutinho, Suarez, they're all going to pull in some serious money. Coutinho, I am going to do, most of it is going to be quite lenient on the transfer fees. I'm only going to maybe round up to the nearest 10 for most of them. The one or two that I'm going to sell for far more than they're worth on here. Felipe Coutinho, for example, he has a optional future fee with his loan at Bayern for 120 million euros. I probably won't do it for quite that much, but I will do it for somewhere. It will be in triple figures. Same for Dembele, he will go for around about 100 million. Luis Suarez, I will probably just do maybe 70 for him, but it's where to send him. I'm thinking China. Ter Stegen, he's the best goalkeeper in the world for me. No biased, but he is the best goalkeeper in the world. And Kepa went for 80. So Ter Stegen is going for record fees. There is no doubt about that. The rest are going to go for 10, 12 million on top of their value. My reckoning is if we don't get any extra help from the board in terms of the revenue retained, we will end up with around about 550 million euros to spend. So, sounds a lot of money, but when you look at the amount of players I've got to replace, it ain't that much, and it's going to be tough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sell a couple of the lower value ones just to bump up the transfer kitty and the bank balance, and then we'll come back and we'll go and ask the board to give us some more. Okay, so as you can see, we have sold a few. We've now got 127 million in the transfer budget. The wage budget is down to just over 5.1, and we've got 217-ish million euros in the bank. I'll just show you the ones that I've moved on so far. So I've done a lot of the little ones. And then I've just done a couple of big hitters just to bump up the finance and make it look a little better. So Arda Turan's the first one. He was on loan at Istanbul Başakşehir. I think it's that. So we sent him there for 2.5 million. And funnily enough, they then got a bit of the transfer fee as well because, I don't know, it was in the contract, but we sold him to them anyway. Jean-Claire Todibo, gone to Lyon. He came to Barcelona from Toulouse. So I didn't want to send him to a rival of Toulouse and Lyon it was Montpellier who were Toulouse's big rivals. He was valued at 6.25, so we sold him for 12.5. He would have been one of my first choice, so I'm gutted to get rid of him. I'm gutted to get rid of Moussa Wagway as well. He's gone for 30 million. He was valued at around about 22.5, I think it was. He was wanted by Tottenham, so that made it easy. Just sent him there. They need a right back anyway, don't they? So quite happy for him to have gone there. Same with Samuel Umtiti. He's gone to Liverpool. They were the only club wanting him. But we sold him he was valued at 55. We sold him for 70 because he is brilliant. And again, gutted to be losing him. I'm gutted to be losing most of these players, if I'm being honest. And Ivan Rakitic has gone as well. He's gone to Milan for 50 million. Now, he was only valued at 46.5, but he's been linked with a move to, both Milan clubs quite heavily, so and for around about 50 million. So that I thought was a good deal. So yeah, that I'm hoping is going to mean that they will now up the way the transfer retained. So let's see. Let's go in. What would you like to discuss today? I would like the transfer budget increased, as I believe our rivals will beat its 20 key signings. We only recently updated the club's budget. Of course, because okay, fair enough. Because it's the start of the game, they're not gonna do it. So we are going to have to deplete this squad even further. Okay, so all the players have now been moved on, and this is the huge squad that we have been left with. And the glaringly obvious thing straight away is that our goalkeeper is injured. Neto, new signing from Valencia, swapped places with Jasper Cillessen. He's out for 2 to 3 months with a broken hand. So we were already desperately needing a goalkeeper once Ter Stegen had gone. It's desperate now. I've put Hiroki Abe on the development list, so because he's wanted on loan by a few clubs, so hopefully he will go out on loan. What we're going to do before anything is we'll have a look at where we've moved players to. So as you can see, we've already covered most of them. We did move Nelson Semedo on. Was the last one Rakitic we covered? I think, wasn't it? So we've moved Arturo Vidal over to Milan as well, to Inter. Nelson Semedo's gone to Napoli. Clement Longley to Man United. Ter Stegen to Bayern because he's the German number one. It's the only place he was going to really go. Artur to Man City. Luis Suarez gone to Guangzhou Evergrande because I couldn't really see him at another European club. It's a sort of move at 32 I think he could probably make. Coutinho, we went to 110 million to Bayern, and Dembele went to PSG for 100 million. I haven't ended up with quite as much as I was hoping for. I was hoping for around about 560, 570, but we've got 538.6 million euros to spend, which is a great deal of money. We've got just under 3 million, just under 2.3 million in the wage budget, which is a lot of money, but I think it'll get eaten up pretty quickly. So the first thing I'm going to do before we go into any shortlist is we're going to have a look at the under-19 squad, because the big one they're missing is obviously Ansu Fati. He needs to be brought up to the B team, to the first team. Sorry, he's in the under-19s at the minute. Just looks absolutely brilliant. Kind of disappointed he's not described as a wonder kid. Maybe he will turn into one, but we are going to move him up to the senior squad. So up he goes. The good thing was about doing that editing and move is I got some Steam achievements for like selling a player 50 million and selling a player as well for one. I need to edit this squad view. This is my squad view, but I haven't got the stars, the current ability, potential ability. So I need to do that. Louis Barry, he's the guy they got from West Brom. He looks decent, but we'll give him a go in the under-19s and see how he does. Won't be anyone else in there who is really worth calling up at the minute. Let's have a look at the Barca B. Lazar Karavic is a decent keeper, but he's out for 4 to 6 months. Iñaki Peña, he will be the one that will move up to the first team squad to begin with, because he's a very promising young goalkeeper. Jorge Cuenca, this is one that I wanted to have a look at as a centre-back. He's left-footed as well now. We've lost Umtiti and Longley, so we do need a left-footed centre-back. So I might bring him up for now just to blow out the squad a little bit, make it look a little better than it is. Chumi as well is very, very highly rated. So again, I think what we're going to do, we're going to move a few of these up just in case. Ronald Araujo as well, he has made his debut for the first team already, although it doesn't show it because it was actually this season, and funnily enough he got sent off. Ferenc Sarsenedas, defensive midfielder, don't think he's developing as well as he should have been. Danny Morer is a good looking right back though, and we are now short of one of them, so we'll call him up for now. These are not going to stay in there all this time, I don't think. I think what we're going to do is just in case any friendlies come up before we do it. Carlos Perez, he was one again that made a bit of an impact at the start of this season in real life, so we'll call him up as well because he's a quite good player. Abel Ruiz, he's another one that hasn't really developed, but he's one that I've always kept an eye on in the youth teams and the B team, and his attributes are pretty good. So he could be one that we can call up. And Alejandro Marquez is the other big promising name, but I think he can stay where he is because he doesn't look that great at the minute. And I think that's Ansu's older brother, nowhere near as good as his kid. Oriol Busquets is a decent looking player, but we'll leave him out on loan at Twente for now. Marcus McGuane is the kid they got from Arsenal a couple of years ago, but doesn't really look... Oh God, he could play in a lot of places, couldn't he? But that would explain why his attributes are not great. I think that's it for those. What I'm going to do now is we're going to show you the shortlist that we have at the moment, and it is quite extensive, as you can see, at the moment. Let's list it in position order. So the first one I have to do really is sign a goalkeeper. If we look at the squad, I mean, I need everything really. I need centre backs. I need a right back. I need a lot of things. I'm not going to go through. I'm aware this video is already clocking up a little bit. In fact, what we'll do is we'll leave it there, and what we'll do in episode 2 is we'll maybe do a couple of offers for players, and we'll see. I'm not going to do every offer for every player on a video, but we will just do it. And I have to go and have a chat with Messi as well because he's not happy that Coutinho went. I mean, Suarez, his best mate's gone, but he's unhappy about Coutinho going. So I've got to go and have a chat with him as well. So I'm not going to do that on camera in case it goes horribly wrong. I don't need that embarrassment. But come back soon for episode 2 where we will just have a couple of players that we try and offer for and get through the summer a little bit. And we'll cover the next couple of weeks until the next friendly. So yeah, smash a like on this one for me, guys. Hit subscribe as well. Jump in the comments and let me know of any players that you know of. As I say, I'll leave it on the shortlist page. Let me know of any players that you can think of that I haven't already got here. I'm looking for, obviously, Erling Braut Haaland is probably going to be one of the signings. I think I asked on Twitter how much you can get him for, and you can get him pretty cheap, certainly under 20 million. So definitely going to be looking at bringing him in, I think, to back up Griezmann. But yeah, let me know of any wonder-kids you found that I might be able to use, any players that you think I might be able to get fairly cheap. Jump in the comments and let me know, and I will see you very soon. As I say, like, subscribe, share, watch, you know what to do. And I'll see you very soon for watching. I'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Easy for me to say. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.